So I've already done a short on this Halo PS5 debacle. You know, the story was going around that to play Halo split screen on a PS5, you had to have two separate PlayStation Plus accounts. So if you want to play Halo with your kid or with your buddy on the couch, not only did you have to buy the game, but you had to pay for two accounts. And this was, as far as I can tell, what Microsoft was saying, and then they walked it back a couple of days later and said, "Oh, no, you misunderstood. That's not what we meant." I think it's totally what they meant, and I think they got caught. But I also think that if it wasn't what they meant, this just shows that we don't trust AAA studios anymore. We don't trust these companies anymore. These AAA game studios are very predatory, and even if it was a misunderstanding, it was very easy to believe. That's the shocker about this. That like, oh yeah, you buy your game, but you have to pay for two subscriptions to actually play your game in your own living room on the same console. Yeah, that totally tracks, because as soon as a company figures out how to get away with it, they're going to do it. They're hard up for cash. We know Microsoft is hard up for cash right now. We know Xbox is failing. We know Xbox is being subsidized right now by the rest of Microsoft. The CEO came out and said it, that they've been subsidizing Xbox for years, and they've already tried to jack up the price of Game Pass. They had to walk that back. So yeah, charging double for couch play would totally be in the Microsoft playbook. If they could get away with this, they absolutely would do it. Every one of these companies would do it. Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, they all would do it. The only thing that stops them from doing it is consumer pushback. If you guys were willing to shell out $500 per game, every game that came out, you better well believe they're going to charge you that. And that's why Grand Theft Auto 6 is so important, because they're trying to test the waters to see if you will pay $80 to $100 for a game. And if you do, then that's going to be the new normal, right? So let's talk about this and what happened in more detail. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV episodes and podcasts you will not find here on YouTube. Also, if you'd like to listen to us instead of watch us, you can go out to Clownfish TV podcasts on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. So thank you very much for that. So this was the original story, and we'll talk about this, and then we'll talk about the update. The original story was that Halo campaign evolved on PS5 required two PlayStation Plus subscriptions for co-op. And I saw this and I about fell out of my chair until it got corrected. But I'm also like, you know what? This is the natural progression of things. I could totally see them doing that. Microsoft is hard up for cash. So let's go to the original article, and then we're going to talk about them saying, no, that's not actually the case. This is coming from Vice. It says, we near the launch of Halo Campaign Evolved PS5 edition on July 28th. Microsoft has been opening up about the game's many features. While the Halo remake does not have multiplayer, it does bring back local split screen co-op. Cool. More people need to play split screen couch play. We need more couch play games. The only issue is the feature has some pretty hefty requirements if you want to use it. According to an official Microsoft Q&A fact sheet, PS5 players will need two active PlayStation Plus subscriptions as well as a Microsoft account. Oh my God. To use local co-op in Halo Campaign Evolved. PlayStation 5, if you're playing split screen on PS5, both accounts will need to have PlayStation Plus and be linked to a Microsoft account. Having these active PlayStation Plus subscriptions, plural, will also provide access to online co-op play. Okay, this doesn't sound like a mistake to me. This sounds like they got busted, and we've seen Microsoft do this many times before. The Game Pass thing was very unpopular. We saw them temporarily walk back Copilot installation on Windows 11, forcing you to use it, injecting it into everything, and that was temporary. They got away with it for about, they cooled off for about 3 months, and now they're back to doing that again. I just covered it yesterday. they're going back to installing Copilot and everything. They want you to forget. Okay. So I think this came from their own FAQ. I think this is legit. I think this is what they were going to do, and then they got a lot of pushback. Microsoft also confirmed PS5 users will need to sign up for a Microsoft account and create an Xbox gamer tag to play Halo campaign Evolved, even in solo offline mode. While needing a PlayStation Plus subscription makes sense for online co-op, requiring it for local split screen is an interesting choice, to say the least. Players react to Halo campaign Evolved PS5 co-op requirements. Oh, I gotta see this. Players are not happy. Here are some of the comments. What should be an offline feature needing online and 2 subs is pretty wild. Another single player game that forces you to make an account. Screw this crap. Yeah, I think being forced, if you're playing offline, being forced to make any kind of account, I think is bullshit. Can you just not make a guest account for split screen on PS5? Okay, so let's go to the update. The official Halo social media account has since clarified that Halo campaign Evolved's local co-op feature does not require PlayStation Plus subscriptions. Their official blog was incorrectly worded. It sounded very deliberate to me. You can read their full statement here. So let's go out and read the statement. We incorrectly stated that PlayStation Plus is required for local co-op split screen play. Local split screen co-op requires a PlayStation account for each player, but does not require a PlayStation Plus account. Or did you have Copilot write that and it screwed up? This person says, I was excited for this. This is Reclaimer087, but the account sign-in requirements, even for couch play, ensures I will not be buying. Take us back to the days where you just turn on a controller, select generic player 2, and start playing. Yes, there would be a huge market for this. Just an old school game console that doesn't have any online bullshit unless you want online bullshit. See also the Dreamcast. If you want to go online with it, that's great. It works fine offline. James Wilson says, $50 for a game with no multiplayer and skins I paid for not viewable, and cutscenes. Halo 3 ODST at least had firefight multiplayer tossed in by Microsoft to make it a $60 value drop. I'm going to pass on this one. Incorrectly stated, right? Yeah, I don't believe it either. I don't think it was a mistake. Any other corrections you want to make while you're making corrections, says Jordan. Brian says, look at this incredible alien technology 28 years ago. No need for 4 accounts. Lex says, I miss the day when you could put a disc in your console, plug 2 controllers in, and play co-op. Nowadays, subscriptions, accounts, internet, more money. F that. Recon76 says, is it incorrect because it was actually incorrect, or is it incorrect because of the backlash? I believe it is the latter. Watching ponies come up with wild ass assumptions is funny AF. Oh my God. Is that PlayStation? Is that what we're calling them now? Bingo. They got backlash. We'll hold off for now. Why would Microsoft want to require more people to subscribe to PlayStation Plus? Each person who does is less likely to subscribe to Game Pass instead. You think they know PlayStation? This is their first ever game on PlayStation. It was probably a mistake. It's not their first ever game. I don't think so. I think it's incorrect because of the backlash. They doubled down on the PlayStation Plus requirement in the original FAQ by saying it would also allow you to play online co-op. That doesn't strike me as a mistake. I don't think it was either, unless it was Copilot. But that's coming from Jeff Seeley. Fear Me says, to tell you the truth, I got my PS5 on day 1. Still to this day, I get confused how to get player 2 hooked up and play couch co-op. Yeah, Fortnite's like crazy hard to get. Like I tried to get the kids into Fortnite and it was like, yeah, it's hard to do. If you know Halo, a lot of weird, funny things happen time to time. Sony's not changing its mind due to negative reactions. The latter. Yeah, I agree 100%. I think it is the latter. I'm a little, let's see here. Be honest, says Nakamutin. Just admit it was a mistake and you listen to the fans is much cleaner. The fact you took over 12 hours to correct a simple mistake that had the entire community riled up tells me this wasn't a mistake, but damage control. And why does couch split screen co-op require 2 accounts? Split screen co-op should never need internet. Good for PlayStation users. Now give us PC people local co-op, please. Minor spelling mistake. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think this was not a mistake. And the only reason I think it was not a mistake is because Microsoft has been doing this a lot over the last year. they keep announcing really unpopular decisions or making unpopular decisions, and then they walk them back and claim they're listening to consumers, and then they lay low for a while, and then they roll the same thing out. Again, see also Copilot, see also Game Pass, see also, yeah. And they are hard up for cash. So maybe Sony said, hey, you get people, maybe we'll give you some money from PlayStation Plus. I have no idea. I don't know. But it's weird. It's a very weird thing to have happen. But I understand, they're trying to force people to sign up for all these accounts and shit to market to them later. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.